One of the Chinese nationals charged with bringing a toxic fungus into the United States faced a judge today and will be back in court next Friday. The U.S. wants to keep the University of Michigan researcher jailed until the trial begins. The Justice Department says she was smuggling in a potential agro-terror weapon with her boyfriend, who conducts biological studies in the same field. He is not currently in custody. And joining us now, following this all from Washington, is CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, good to see you, my friend. This is a very complicated case. What came out of today's hearing?
Really, it was a delay, but a delay that will keep Young Kin John in jail pending her next time before a judge next Friday. It is noteworthy this is a non-violent felony crime, but they are ordering this researcher to be jailed until future hearings. That's noteworthy. Put that aside for a moment. This case is different and has been from the start. Allegedly, Jean and her boyfriend, a Chinese researcher, both of whom do research on microorganisms, tried to smuggle this Fusarium graminarium into the United States, an otherwise obscure fungus which, if not contained and not controlled, can be wildly destructive to U.S. agriculture, to really any agriculture, but also to livestock, and potentially could sicken human beings and could cost billions of dollars in damages. Those images there are from the court filings in this case. What the feds allege is that John's boyfriend was trying to get to her, she works at the University of Michigan, from China and was stopped at Detroit's Metropolitan Airport. In his bags, the feds say they found inside Ziploc bags, balled up into tissued paper, some of that germ, some of that fungus. He was sent back to China. He's not in custody. She's been arrested, and her case, a conspiracy smuggling felony case, is now in the U.S. District Court in Detroit.
Agro-terrorism, such an interesting idea. Now, I want to move on to another topic. You have new reporting of an elaborate swatting scheme aimed at dozens of members of Congress and some social media influencers. For those who don't know, swatting is when someone makes a fake emergency call to lure police to a target's home. So, Scott, what did you find out?
This is a new type of menacing, of harassing targets, be they people you just don't like or be they public figures or celebrities you're trying to impact. In this case, Thomas Szabo, a Romanian national who's now in the United States to face the case, has pleaded guilty in this case of widespread swatting. According to the charging documents, they are really striking. Szabo ran a conspiracy with others to target dozens of members of Congress with swatting incidents, including other former and current federal officials. What's more, they seem to want to target high visible, high impact social media influencers, people with big audiences. The goal, according to the feds, was to amplify the swatting to a big, broad audience, to teach other people how to do it, to potentially menace others. He'll be sentenced in October, but this is a big takedown for the Department of Justice, Tom. In a type of case, a swatting case, it's often difficult to crack.
Yeah, an incredibly disturbing case at that. Scott MacFarlane breaking it down for us. Thank you, Scott.